All right, welcome one, welcome all to CLO Ed TV. You are watching a feature exclusive live. This is the precursor to the CLO Talks channel, and welcome. If it's your first time here, definitely check out all the content on this channel. We have everything from projects down to analysis and discussion, and many other things on the channel. Now, the Talks channel is going to be separate where we talk about various topics, all different categories, and just to really analyze those topics and get into it. So, if you looked at the thumbnail, today's topic is going to be about who killed the electric car. We're going to go over the Wikipedia article, and when I have the video edited to the, I guess you could say, standard of the YouTube guidelines, then we will go ahead and do a reaction and review of this DVD. But I got the Wikipedia article set up, and I can show you the thumbnail here. So this is the movie that we're talking about right here. Um, Now, there's different reasons why industries and companies would want to stifle the electric car industry as well as neuter or bring down the petrol or fuel-based vehicles as well too. So it just depends on what side of the political aisle you're on. Me personally, I think everybody should choose the vehicle that fits best for them. And the reason why I feel like that people should choose the vehicle that fits best for your lifestyle is because we don't all do the same things. For example, if I am a farmer, I can do some things with electric power tools and of that nature, but I won't be able to do any heavy equipment, my forklifts, my tractors. I can't really run those off electricity. If I did, they're going to be extremely expensive, and also the charge time would take forever. So my production would be very low. On the other hand, if I live in the city and I'm getting from point A to point B and I only drive, let's say, 30 minutes a day, to and from the grocery store, to and from work, then an electric car might work for you. But keep in mind, the infrastructure we have right now is a fossil fuel based electrical grid. We do have like nuclear, some hydro, some solar, but there are some caveats when you trade off. But let's go ahead and get into the article for a little bit. I want to touch on some things and we could talk as we go. As you see the live, be sure to comment. And if you're enjoying the topics and you've seen videos on the channel and haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. So let's go ahead and get into the Wikipedia article. So below me, you'll see a card. Here, you can actually promo your business, or if you have something you like to promo, if you got something going on, just hit me up in my DM on IG, or you can hit me in the comment section here, and we'll negotiate some type of arrangement to where you can promo your business slide on the screen. Now let's get into the article. Okay, so who killed the electric car? A 2006 American documentary, film directed by Chris Payne, that explores the creation, limitation, commercialization, and subsequent destruction of the battery electric vehicle. In the United States specifically, the General Motors EV1 in the mid 1990s. Now, this EV1 typically was a very efficient vehicle as far as the range. And let me see if I can click on the picture here. As far as the range is concerned, as far as a lot of things with the vehicle, it is pretty much, very efficient. So this could cause industries if you've built an economy around fossil fuels, okay, which is the basic premise around the article. So um, in the next paragraph, after the premiere at the 2006 Sundance Film Festival, it was released theatrically for Sony Pictures Classic on June 28, 2006. A follow up documentary, Revenge of the Electric Car, was released in 2011. So, let me see if I can get an actual picture so we can actually kind of see it a little bit better. If I can scroll in here, Let's see. Bear with me 1 second, and I'll transition back over so that way I can open up the browser and actually scroll through. Let's see. Okay, so that was the issue mainly that the documentary is based on how the electric vehicle was actually killed off and various reasons why they discontinued the vehicle. Um, so let's get into some of the topics addressed. The film deals with the history of the electric car, its modern development, and its commercialization. Film focuses primarily on the General Motors EV, which was made available for lease mainly in Southern California. After the California Air Resources Board passed the zero emissions vehicle mandate in 1990, which requires the seven major automobile suppliers in the United States to offer electric vehicles in order to continue the sales of gasoline and powered vehicles in California. So, just to touch on that briefly, um, let me transition back. Now, we are here roughly 20 years later, 2004. This documentary was written in 2006. That mandate was created in order for gas powered companies to continue to sell their vehicles. So that in turn initiated the spark for all these electric vehicles we see now. Now, touching on that, um, battery technology is getting better. However, uh, the lithium ion technology, especially if it's not lithium iron phosphate, and look it up, lithium iron phosphate is going to be a very dangerous battery technology. It's temperature sensitive, it's chemical sensitive, and it's charge sensitive. Now, what lithium iron phosphate does is makes the batteries more safe and more stable for consumer use. So, also, it has a longer extended battery life. Typically, lithium ion batteries uh, live or their lifespan is 5 to 8 years. So, you find a lot of people selling their Teslas only because after a while, the battery ends up dying out. Now, when the battery dies out, the vehicle is pretty much undrivable, so you have to get a battery swap, and it costs about $25,000. So that's something to consider if you get a current electric vehicle without a battery swap system. Let's touch on a couple other highlights in the Wikipedia article, and then I want to have a general conversation on the mining of batteries and also how those batteries are developed. So I'm going to touch back on the article real quick. So let's talk about this. The film explores some of the motives that may have pushed the auto and oil industries to kill the electric car. Wiley Ripple offers, for example, the oil companies were afraid of losing their monopoly on the transportation fuel over the coming decades, while the auto companies feared the short term costs for EVs, development and long-term revenue loss because of EVs require little maintenance and no tune-ups. Others explain that the killing differently. GM spokesman Dave Barthus argued that it was a lack of consumer interest due to the maximum range of 80 to 100 miles per charge and the relatively high price. So, looking back on those two topics, the range and the price, we still kind of have those issues today. A lot of people buy electric vehicles and don't realize that if you're not in the right temperature or environment, so for example, if you live in a cold region, uh, battery performance gets extremely reduced, sometimes even up to 40%. So let's say you have a 300-mile range per charge vehicle. Now you have like a 180-mile range per charge vehicle. So you have to plan different. And sometimes the cars won't even start. Um, so as battery technology and everything that's built around it gets better, the electric vehicles will get better. Now, currently, electric vehicles can cause as much or if not the same amount of emissions because of the fact that they're using more of the electrical grid. The electrical grid is based off of fossil fuels to be stable and sufficient. So I would recommend if you're gonna buy an electric car, you want to buy one for your specific use case. Me intentionally, I intend to do an EV conversion, which is taking a dead regular gas engine car, gutting the engine and putting an electric motor in it. So it also doesn't have a lot of computers and everything controlling the car. It's more so just the electric motor, and also you have your speed control and a charge port. And basically, that's it. Everything on the car is generally the same as any other car on the road currently. So there's a lot of options with EVs, and this documentary touches on some of the reasons why it was killed. And then we're seeing some of the same issues resurging, such as the charge times, such as the charge stations not being reliable. You got to wait in long lines. You drive a long distance, and then everybody's got their car plugged up. You got to wait for them to get done so you can charge your car. Um, in the 1920s, we had the Baker Electric, and if you look it up, the Baker Electric, this particular car was run off lead acid battery technology. And as you know, compared to lithium ion, you don't have as much storage capacity. But those were awesome vehicles. They had the old school style on them, very unique, very cool cars. And they had a surge during that time, but they also got done away with because of some of the same issues. But I just want to touch on this briefly. Definitely check out this documentary, and I'll leave a link in the description below where you can watch this or pick it up. It's on all the streaming services. But also, if you want your copy, so just like I have here, I will also leave a link in the description below. Definitely let me know what you think about electric vehicles, why they may be killed off, and is it fair that electric vehicles and electric companies have to deal with oil companies or other companies targeting them and vice versa? Me personally, I feel like you should drive whatever you want to drive. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel. And thank you for tuning in on this topic. And like I said, once again, uh, transitioning over. If you see these slides ever play in CLO Talks, Education TV, or on my gaming channel, you can support the channel and support links in the description below. Also, if you would like to promote your business and have your slides play every time somebody watches a video live on this channel, hit me up in the comment section below. Also, you can DM me on Instagram and I will put your promo slide there. All right. So, guys, I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next live. Peace.